Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be testing the R7 260X in Age of Empires 4. Now first let's go to the settings. First off, I'm running the R7 260X on an i7 2600K Sandy Bridge basically, and it's on stock speeds 3400 MHz or 3.4 GHz. Now this surprisingly won't bottleneck the old card even though it's 13 years old. Now let's just go to the GPU. Here we have the GPU. AMD Radeon R7 200 series, but it is a R7 260X, and it has 2 GB of GDDR3 memory, and it's on a driver from I think it's August 2022. I've overclocked the GPU to 1.2 GHz or basically 1200 MHz, and the memory, if I'm correct, I've overclocked it to 1700 MHz. Even though it does not show here, you can, there it is, 1.7 GHz. And that's it for specs. Now the driver is old, so it's gonna be a struggling thing. It's not really supported by Age of Empires 4, but it still works. Now, as for memory, we have 32 GB of DDR3 at 1600 MHz. I'm not sure, you multiply this by 2, DRAM frequency. Okay, so let's just go into the game. Now for settings, I'll just close this. We are running at 720p, and I'm recording with a camera instead of recording directly from the screen, as I do not have a capture card. And if you try to record with this card, you're gonna drop like half of your performance. It's not really it has no encoding and decoding features really. It has, but it's not really supported by newer software and so on. Now we're running an image quality high and basically everything else on low. You can actually turn off shadows, but I left it on low. And as well as ambient occlusion, we can also turn that off, but it's still on low. Unlimited frame rate, no VSync, and let's get into it. Now here's the frame counter. What I want to do first is get some more units. We have 171 units. If we go to our base, okay, here, let's see if it first drops here, because there's a lot of things in the base. It's getting literally 30s right now. Let's get some more guys, more units active. I just want to see if we can get below 30. Okay, just get these two guys. We want them to do something, so let's have them mine. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to all our units down here. We're gonna send them up here. We're gonna attack this base. I'm sure they have a lot of they have a lot of armies ready. Let's go there. Make sure there's no other units left here. All seems fine here. Well, we are getting into the 40s and 30s. That's actually impressive. Remember, this card is 11 years old and the CPU is 13 years old. And I know it's 720p, but this is still really impressive hardware this old. Now let's just get our frame time, or averages basically, and see what happens. We need now to wait for our troops to arrive. They're still ways off. Ah, there's another guy. I'll leave this one guy here so he can do some things. Come on, guy. Now the frame time is not too bad. It feels quite playable. There we go. Enemy down. Ah, yeah. Here's a villager. Zoom in. He's just standing there. Okay, now let's go back to our base. Now, one thing I noticed, I'm not sure if it's going to drop right now, but if you select some objects, we drop frame rate. Like I deselect, it's 35. Select, it's 34, 32. See, you drop like 3 FPS every time you select a tower or building. Same here, let's just go deselect, 33. Select, 31. So frame rate drops whenever you select a building like a barracks or the town center or mill. Okay, we're dropping in the 29s now. But on average we're 36, which is not bad for such an old system. Okay, now somebody's attacking us here. And this guy's being lost. Goodbye, valiant soldier. Our units here, they are arriving. I want to send them to here, so we don't need to wait for that to arrive, and get some more troops ready for when the combat starts. Let's remove our units here. And we're averaging 36, 37 and 1% low of 22 and 0.1% low of 7. Which is actually insane if you think about how old this hardware is. It's not like it's just 5 or 6 years old, it's 13 and 11 years old. The newest part is 11 years old in the system, which is crazy. Okay, something happened down there. Okay, it's allies attacking. Now, let's send our troops in to annihilate the enemy. Let's see if they're gonna take action. Come on. Gonna have you guys attack here. Let's see if we have more units here. Yes, we have. Send them here for defensive purposes. Any more units there? Nope. Okay, and we're not dropping at the moment. We're in the heat of battle with 200 units versus almost 200. I'm not sure how much, but it's around there. We're in the 30s. Which is really not bad. When that building was destroyed, we dropped about the FPS, but it's not too bad. Now the frame time is not very good, but at least when you're playing top-down games like these, it would be nice to have a good frame rate, but frame time graph, but it's not absolutely necessary to enjoy the game. And they're retreating, I think. Let's have them all attack these. Seems like they were destroyed. And there you have it. Let's see if there's any more demanding places. It looks like one of our teams have a lot of units or buildings. Okay, yeah, we dropped to 28. So this is going to be a very demanding place. When you group up a lot of buildings together, you're going to drop below 30. Where's his units? Are they still attacking? Seems like it. Let's look at this side. So let's go back here where it's very demanding, 27, 28 FPS. Let's see if we can fix this. What settings do we need to have a always 30 experience? Let's go to graphics. And let's reduce the render scale to 90% of 720p. And see what happens. If we get any extra performance. Okay, we got 1 FPS basically. Around 1 FPS. Let's get back. I don't want to reduce the resolution further, so I'm going to drop the shadow quality to off. See if we can get a plus 30 experience here. There we go, 35 FPS. So when shadows are off, you're going to have a full-on 30 FPS experience. The game doesn't look as well as it could be, but it's still playable. Now, are we going to drop below 30 with all the units incoming? Remember, this is an 8-player map, so there's 8 players with 200 units each. However, I've destroyed 2 units and 1 just now. So there's 3 units, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 units left on the map. So this is almost a worst case scenario. And we're still getting about 30, which is playable. Now, should you use the R7 260X in 2024 in newer games like these? I would not recommend that at all. You should not be using it for newer games like this. But if you really want to, maybe a friend bought you Age of Empires 4 to play, or you got it at a very good sale or something, and you only have this card at the moment, you can still play it. It's not going to be a great experience at all, but it's actually playable. If you play like 2-player maps and there's a lot less units on the maps basically, the FPS is going to shoot up maybe like 20 to 30 FPS. So you can actually play with the R7 260X, but you probably shouldn't. And that's it for this video. A 11-year-old graphics card playing a newer title. I don't know, I think Age of Empires 4 released in 2022. So 11-year-old graphics card playing a, let me just see, a 9-year newer game from 2022 if I'm correct. Age of Empires 4 is from 2022. So this is really impressive. And there you have it. Thank you for watching and see you all next time. And remember to please subscribe and or like the video and comment down below. What should I test next with the R7 260X? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.